knowing what Jim and Chris went through, even on Love and Hip Hop, with that whole proposal thing, you know that that's a sensitive subject for them two. Jim came up here. I know them both, and didn't utter a fuck about it.
Not at all. Nothing.
I think you mad.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Relationships have always been a cornerstone of human experience, but the way we form them, maintain, and even end them has evolved dramatically in the modern era. Technology, shifting societal norms, and changing expectations have redefined what it means to be in a relationship. Technology has revolutionized how we meet and interact with potential partners. Though it's made it easier to meet with potential partners, it also poses new challenges. Traditional gender roles have been redefined in modern relationships. Women are increasingly independent, and men are more open to expressing vulnerability. This shift has led to more egalitarian partnerships where responsibilities like childcare, housework, and financial contribution are shared. Modern relationships often emphasize individuality and personal growth. While this is healthy, it can sometimes create tension when partners struggle to balance their personal goals with the needs of the relationship.
I want to discuss with y'all happened prior to the BET Awards when they were doing press. Shout out to all the podcasters that went down there and huddled up in the press room. I'm never doing that. But shout out to y'all that do. Jim Jones was doing an interview. Ciara bum rushed his interview to tell him that he should get married to Chrissy because she feels it in her spirit. And because
they've been together long enough,
she deserves it, and you deserve it, and she's beautiful, and I'll just play.
Can I? Okay, I was gonna say.
Capacity.
No, I got a better one.
Guys, how are you? I don't like cracking.
Shout out to DJ Self. Shout out to Ciara, Jim.
I just really need this to happen. I don't want to get mad at me because I don't know how you're gonna feel, but I really need y'all to just go ahead and I'm coming in hot. No. Should I just stay on what I'm on right now?
Stay on it. Yeah,
I'll stay on it because why not?
Why not, she says.
Like y'all have like lived life in every capacity anyone could live it in. You live in life, you've already done it. So let's just seal it properly.
Let's seal it properly.
Shouts to Jim.
Because you know what? He deserves it. You deserve it. Why not? Like, I look at y'all and I'm like, they're so fly. Chrissy is so beautiful. And so
I thought this entire shit was cringeworthy.
Like,
super disrespectful.
Down. Like,
he'd have been wrong if he'd have reacted like old Jim.
Yes,
I'm just saying, like, I saw you and I got excited because I love who you are between me to music and between it to me coming up. And also when I see y'all, like, from a love perspective.
From a love perspective.
It's time.
This shit pissing me off.
It's time.
It's time. It's time. My take on this, I think that was extremely rude of Ciara, unbeknownst to her.
I don't think
she was purposely.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to
but she need to be told that though. Unfortunately, because people do that. Just
this
jump
was some
out,
of the rudest shit I ever heard.
Jump out with some rude ass question about your life that has nothing to do with them. Just because you found what you got and you know, Ciara's prayer, all the girls say all that type of shit. Cool, ma. That ain't got nothing to do with him or Chrissy.
Yeah, or
and who are you to go and impose that on their life? She should be told that so you don't do that to somebody else who might get a little disrespectful and say, mind your fucking business.
That's a great point.
And be well within their right to say so.
You don't even know what you're triggering inside my household.
You don't know nothing.
This might have been a deep point of contention at one point that we needed a lot of therapy to be able to get through. And now here you go.
Or still going through.
Yeah. And here you go saying this at an award show on Media Day.
Now it's viral. Now it keeps coming. Now it's coming back up again.
You're saying this knowing what Jim and Chris went through even on Love and Hip Hop with that whole proposal thing. You know that that's a sensitive subject for them two. Jim came up here. I know them both. And didn't utter a fucking word about it.
Not at all.
Nothing.
I think you mad out of place to do some shit like that.
Yeah.
So for Ciara to do that, what, Mel?
No, I'm complete and total agreement. And I don't understand why she would need to be told. She is a grown ass woman. You don't want anybody in your business with your husband? Why would you do that? Why would you interrupt his That was so, obviously we all love Ciara, but that was wild. If I was him, I would be so offended. I'd be so
I think
pissed.
first it depends on what their rapport is. Like they might be fly. I still think she was out of pocket. Be clear, I still think she was out of pocket. But sometimes people be out of pocket and don't know.
I think that's true.
And that's why I say
a lot of times people
told.
be out of pocket and don't know.
Especially the church people. Especially the church people.
They come up there to you, hey, when you having a baby?
Yeah.
Yo, you don't know what this couple done been through. You don't know if she can or can't have a baby. You don't know what that question could. Yeah, you don't even know what that question could do to somebody.
They could be trying to have a baby. That's true. Good point.
Mind your fucking business about other people's lives.
Shorty could have just miscarried 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's to me. That sounded like a little bit too much dip on your chip.
Yeah, I hated every bit of it. If it had been in private, I still would have been out of pocket.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, why are you doing this in public? This is one of them, even if you pull me aside in the corner and said that shit to me, it's mind your fucking business. For the same reason, I adore Ciara. But unfortunately, sometimes when people feel like they got the moral high ground, and
that's what I mean, dip on the chip.
And they're on the right side of stuff, they feel like they have a right to tell you.
They want.
Yeah, and then they shield it in the language of, well, the Spirit told me to do it. No, the Spirit ain't telling you.
It's just you being nosy.
That ain't God, that's you.
Right.
And that's your values and again, you can impose your values at times, not here. And y'all don't know each other like that. I thought Jim actually carried it much better.
He carried it great.
That's why I said shouts to him.
Yeah, I mean, he was mature. He said the right things. I was actually very impressed how he did it. Because he could have taken it a whole different way. And would have been wrong if he had, but
I don't think he would have did that.
No, but I'm just it ain't gonna go to the 10th degree. It could have just been like, that's my business, mind your own business.
Could have been having a bad day, and you come and we could have just been arguing about that. And here you come. You don't know what the fuck. Mind your business, my nigga.
Dog, he could have responded in the most respectful way that there is to respond, and we still would have heard.
He
still would have heard what time.
We'd have heard it.
If he'd have said,
Sweetie,
Ciara,
with
all respect due.
That already.
Right there.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
Right there.
So it's like, I don't like people even putting people in that position.
He could have stopped.
And he's the bad guy.
There is no way for me to look the way. All I could do is say, no, I understand. Thank you. Thank you for you. I appreciate that. Like, girl.
So let me ask you a question. If you're Chrissy, do you got, not beef, but do you take issue with Ciara at this moment?
No, they're probably friends. No, they're probably friends.
Gotcha.
Like, I can't imagine that Ciara had that conversation without at least having met Chrissy before.
Yeah.
You're not just watching from afar. Right. And now
there has to be some relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, the fuck people do that.
Nah, that ain't true. I mean, hopefully they do have a relationship.
I'm giving Ciara the benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
It wouldn't shock me.
It would not shock me. If they've never spoken, never met or anything, I would not be shocked. People do exactly that. Get extra nosy and just go throw some wild ass question about your life. Mind your fucking business.
Yeah. Because I can see Chrissy feeling like you just embarrassed me. Because now the whole world's talking about why I'm not married again. Even though you're doing it on my behalf, it's now
who are you to speak on my behalf?
I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. I could see Chrissy being really pissed about that because we wouldn't be on a podcast talking about them not being married right now if not for that conversation, which might embarrass her.
Hey, check it out. Check this out. For all you know, they married.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Again, mind your fucking business. You don't know.
That's the only answer. Just mind your business. About marriage and about, like you said, and about kids. That's another thing that people feel like they have a right to say in church and family and Thanksgiving. You don't know what people are going through. Like you said, you don't know what just happened. Everybody just mind your business about people's personal life.
It's a fact.
That's it.
All right, we done with the awards, right? There's nothing else. There's nothing else awardy.
Make sure I had
that we got to get to. I want to shout out Terrence J. just for always looking the way you're supposed to look. That's my man. That's my man. It's old River Road alumni. That's old Terrence J. in the St. Moritz Hall of Fame. The fucking damage he caused over there. We gonna find out who was in that car, man.
That's crazy.
That's my man, though. Anyway, come on, let's see what else is important. We do have a couple of rest in pieces to give out.
Yes, it has been a rough week for Black culture, man. There's a few RIPs. One y'all not going to know, but I think it's important to say. That's brother Naba or Richard Muhammad. He was the editor in chief of the Final Call newspaper for 33 years. Final Call is one of the most important black newspapers in America, one of the oldest, one of the most influential newspapers in the world. Richard Muhammad helped resurrect the Nation of Islam with this newspaper, and it's educated black people around the country, around the world, people around the country and around the world for decades. He passed away 3 days ago, so
rest in peace.
In love and in peace to his family. Last week we saw Sam Moore pass away. Y'all know Sam Moore from Sam and Dave, the classic soul group. Most people know at least one song from them, which is Soul Man. But lots of hits, incredible talent. And he's one of them people who, unfortunately, Sam and Dave, both of them got kind of tucked away in history because a lot of people associate that song
with the Blues Brothers. Dan Aykroyd, right? So we often forget his contribution, but Sam and Dave made an extraordinary contribution. Sure. He was an incredible singer and a great artist, and rest in peace to him too. Wayne Lewis from Atlantic Star. Okay. Ooh, you can't. Yeah. Are you looking at me like that's your Secret Lovers? Yeah. Some people.
Four Leaf Clover.
Sin for Me, Always, all. Lee,
Mark,
what? I ain't say nothing.
I love you, man.
Everybody got their jam. That's one.
I love Secret Lover. It's mine too.
Is it?
Sing it.
Secret Lover.
Yeah. But Wayne Lewis, lead singer, beautiful voice, extraordinary artist. We send rest in peace to him too.
For sure.
And then there's one more. I'm saving the one for last. To me, that hit me the hardest.
Same.
Sly Stone.
Man. Rest in peace, Sly Stone.
I don't use the word genius or brilliant often.
He's both.
There are just few artists who mean as much to not just black music, but to music as Sly Stone. Sly Stone is your favorite artist. Sly Stone was an incredible DJ, an incredible radio host, who became an incredible band leader. He put together one of the most important and influential bands of the decade. Their run wasn't that long, 68 to about 71, but they sold millions of records, had millions of hits. I mean, all your favorite rappers have sampled them. All your biggest hits have come from them. He's the first person to put a programmed drums on a major radio hit, on a major hit. I mean, he is, I think, the prototype and the blueprint for music.
For sure. Funk, especially, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is I would say the father of funk, certainly modern. The Woodstock performance. I mean, I could go on and on about Sly Stone, but I think for me, the thing that I remember about him when I think about him is sometimes people try to make him seem like he was tame and domestic because he had a multicultural band and everybody looked different. Like he was a rebel. He was making rebel music. At that moment, even what that band looked like and the messages that they had, that was resistance.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. So just shout out to Sly Stone. I hope everybody should go watch Questlove's documentary on him that came out this year. It's worth watching.
Yeah, I talked about it here a little bit. It's absolutely fantastic. I think it's Amazon, I want to say. Hulu. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, but rest in peace to Sly Stone and to all the giants who passed away this week.
I'm glad he got his flowers in the form of that documentary while he was still with us too.
Yes. Yeah.